Happy new day. Welcome back to this session as we talk about a topic that we love to talk about, which is debt freedom. And I do know I was talking with a friend, chatting with a friend, and there's so much out there. We were talking about so much information on debt freedom, financial freedom, finances just in general. So I encourage you. Um, the information is out there. Knowledge is powerful. No, as they say, applied knowledge is powerful, because you can have the knowledge, but if you don't apply it, it doesn't mean a thing. So applied knowledge is so powerful. So when it comes to the debt freedom side of it, I really like to always spend time on this. I really like to decode it and really talk about it, because I feel as if this is where most Americans, only speaking about the country that I know I live in America, and what I've seen just from engagements, being out there in the community, talking with people, interacting with people in the financial community, is that debt freedom is a struggle. And the biggest struggle is the mental side of it. So when you look at it mentally, a lot of people feel like they're going to be in debt until the day they die. And I believe a lot of that comes from, sometimes it comes from current day, but I believe a lot of that comes from the past. A lot of that comes from people, maybe the way they were raised to think that, that way, or even if they weren't raised that way, as they grew up, just seeing how hard it is well, not even how hard it is, just probably not seeing many examples of people being debt free. And I know when you're on the other side, I'm on the other side of debt freedom. So when I see people that are getting into debt, are comfortable with it, there's no judgment. There's no judgment for me. It's like, I don't have the power to judge. I serve a positive, a powerful existence, and that powerful existence, which is God, is the only one that has, the authority to judge. So I'm not judging. I'm just speaking my piece, because I'm assuming someone else on the other side of it that is in debt, maybe they have a story as well. They have their success story. So their success story definitely is not my success story. And I often have said this in our sessions, and hopefully you take hold to this, that success looks different for all of us. All of us. You define success for you and your family, your descendants, whatever. And my definition of success is just being totally debt free, not being enslaved to interest, not only just interest, but most importantly, being enslaved to people and places that does not serve me, does not serve my creator, does not serve the purpose that I have, does not serve my positive energy, and what I mean by that is, we'll have people, and a lot of times because of debt, maybe they're working a job, maybe they have a business, but people actually hate it. I've heard people say, I hate my job. I hate, the job, people around me. And I often say my first response to that is not the financial, but my first response is, we're always one decision, just one decision away from changing the course of your day. So if you hate that situation, you just have to make a decision. Now, see, when the decision comes, there's a lot that comes after. Yes, there's a lot of work that comes after the decision. But the decision that you make, or you have chosen to make, is the most, I guess, it's the most important step of it all to changing your life in the most positive, the most motivating, financial way. And so when I hear people say that, I'm like, you got to change your attitude. You have to have an attitude of gratitude. Maybe you do hate that job. I can't tell you that you don't. However, I know you love you and you're happy that you woke up this morning. And you have to make that decision that you're grateful to be alive. Because guess what? If you're alive and you're in good health, then maybe you're walking. And if you're walking, then guess what? You can run. And then if you can run, you can sprint to the finish line. You can sprint towards making your whatever your vision and your goals and dreams are. So that's where it starts. It starts honestly with making a decision, with the mindset. I often say this in our sessions, when you change your mindset, you will truly change your life. You have to change your mindset. And I know it's difficult. I know the rebuttal, I've gotten it, I get it. The rebuttal is that, but everyone around me is so negative. Everyone around me, look, the people that are around you, especially if you're the person that's saying you hate your job, you hate your situation, you hate the business you're doing, whatever it may be that you're spending a lot of your valuable time doing. Well, you're probably different from most of those people. Most people are sheep. Most of them, they'll follow whatever anyone else is doing. So if everyone else is negative and complaining and hating the world, guess what? They're going to do it too. But for you, you have to decide that you're not going to be that way. You have to decide, no, I'll lead myself differently. I will not lead myself down a path of negativity, down a path of destruction. And see, that's what most people can't do. And I wanted to spend time in this session. I didn't want to, because there's plenty of sessions we have out there on debt freedom, steps you can take. I just didn't want to spend time on that in this session. I really wanted to talk about nurturing and the mindset, manifesting, positive thoughts and actions. But it starts with a decision. You have to decide. Decide today. Decide how life will look. Decide that there's going to be a day you walk into that job that you hate, and guess what? You either say, hey, I'm out of here. Or if you decide to stay, what I often say, if you decide to stay, because I'm not telling you to quit that job, but what I'm telling you is that life is different when you walk in that job and you're debt free and you have money saved. Then guess what? Really nothing bothers you. People may think it does, but it doesn't. Why? Because your life is a win-win either way, with or without it. So I challenge you, spend time, do the homework. This is the homework for this session. Go back, work on your mindset, get the journal out and really start writing. Really start writing those thoughts, whatever they are. If they are hate thoughts, writing them out. But what happens is, I believe a transformation starts to happen when you make a decision and you look at all those things on that paper or that journal that are wrong or that you don't like or that are not going well for you. And you turn all those things into positive reasons to go and win, positive reasons to manifest a positive life, a life that you truly love, a life filled with people that you love and that love you, a life that's free from enslavement, free from debt, free from the pressures of this world, a life where you just serve something that's higher, bigger than you. So I challenge you, take the time, do the homework. We'll pick up in the next session and we will talk about a little bit more, but today is a focus on making the decision. Make the decision to change your mindset. I promise you, you will change your life. Thank you for tuning in to this session. Until next time, hasta luego.